Okay, once again, good morning to all of you. Today we'll discuss about the double fertilization. Double fertilization. Double fertilization, first of all, DF, I have written here, see, DF means, D means double, F means fertilization. First of all, double fertilization was demonstrated by Navas-Chin 1898. Navas-Chin 1898 in Fritillaria and Lilium plants. These are the two plants, and in these two plants, first of all, Navas-Chin in 1988 demonstrated double fertilization. Now, you see, this is the structure of longitudinal section of flower showing growth of pollen tube. In previous lecture also we have discussed these structures. One dimension, this is the stigma and this is the pollen tube, this is the ovary. After this, you see, this is the standing pollen grain, means pollen grain standing on stigma. After that, this growth of pollen tube take place. It means when pollen tube stands or land on the stigma, then formation of pollen tube take place. In formation of the pollen tube, two enzymes play a very important role. You can mention here, in formation of, I'm writing it, in formation of pollen tube, two enzymes present in pollen tube, in pollen grain, which help in elongation, of pollen tube, These, after full stop, these two enzymes are pectinase. These two enzymes are pectinase and
Cellulose.
cellulase, not cellulose, cellulase. These are the two enzymes, pectinase and cellulase, which help in elongation of pollen grain. After this, what happened? Now we see, when this elongation of the pollen tube take place, then through this micropolar region, this pollen tube enter inside the synergid. After this synergid, it will enter inside the embryocyte. Then first you see, this is the pollen tube, this is structures, and this is the polar nuclei, and this one egg cell, and this is the synergid. I hope it's clear. Now these these egg cells and these two synergids combines and constitute egg apparatus. These egg cells and these two synergids combine to form egg apparatus. Now you can call them, this is the egg apparatus. After that, inside the synergids, you see inside the synergids, you see this structure. Inside the synergids, I have made this finger-like projection. This finger-like projection is known as filiform apparatus. Again, I repeat. Inside the synergid, this is the synergid. This egg cell plus synergids constitute the egg apparatus, and inside the synergid, I have made here, inside the synergid, finger-like projection that is known as a filiform apparatus. This finger-like projection is known as filiform apparatus. What happened? What is the role of filiform apparatus? The next point you can mention here. This filiform apparatus, filiform apparatus release chemotropic substances. Chemotropic substances. Filiform apparatus release chemotropic substances which attracts pollen tube towards synergids. This is the very important. Pollen tube towards synergids. This is the filiform apparatus. This filiform apparatus release chemical substances which attract pollen tube toward the synergids. Let's see the diagram. This is the pollen tube, and this filiform apparatus release the chemical substances which attract pollen tube toward the synergids. In previous lecture, we have discussed about how pollen tube enter inside the embryo sac. Then I have taught to you that is the porogamy, chalcogamy, and one more mesogamy. Same way, in this case, you see this filiform apparatus release the chemical substances which attract the pollen tube toward the synergids. Then after what happened? Next point. See this diagram. I have made this antipodal cells, and this is the polar nuclei. Polar nuclei see inside one cells two nuclei. Why in one cells two nuclei? Because here in this diagram I have mentioned different polar nuclei. Before the fertilization, these polar nuclei fuse to each other in one cells. That's why you see these polar nuclei fuse to each other. And I have mentioned in one cells, and this is the antipodal cells, and these are the two polar nuclei. This is the egg cells and synergids filiform apparatus. I have written here downside 7-celled 8-nucleated cells. 8-nucleated. 7-celled 8-nucleated. How you count the 7-celled? This is the unique characteristic feature of angiospermic plants. 7-celled 8-nucleated stage present in angiospermic plant, and this is the very unique characteristic feature of the angiospermic plant. How you count the 7-celled and 8-nucleated? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is the 7 cells. And 8 nucleated. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the 8 nucleated 7 cell structures, and this is the important, or you can say important characteristic feature of the angiospermic plants. Let's see now what will happen after this. That pollen tube filiform apparatus release the chemical substances. Then what happened? This pollen tube enter inside the embryo sac. As you know that in case of the embryo sac, one, in case of the embryo sac, these two nuclei are present, and in case of the pollen tube, this is the pollen tube, and in pollen tube, I'm making one more structure here. This is the structure of pollen grain, and formation of pollen tube take place. These are the pollen tube nucleus. This is the tube nucleus, and these two are the non-motile male gamete. These are the two non-motile male gametes, and this pollen tube contain one tube nucleus and two non-motile male gametes. What happens when formation of this pollen tube take place? These two non-motile gametes, and in previous lecture we have discussed how formation of these two non-motile gametes take place with the help of generative cells. Already have discussed this point. Then if these two non-polar nuclei form, and these two non-polar nuclei, and this is the pollen tube, what happens when this non-motile gametes reach inside the embryo sac? One fused to the egg cell. You see, this is the egg cells. One fused to egg cells, and another fused to the polar nuclei. Again, I am repeating this point. When these two non-motile gametes reach inside the embryo sac, one non-motile gamete fused to egg cells, and another non-motile gamete fused to the polar nuclei. It means when one non-motile gamete fused to the egg cell, this process is known as synegamy. This process is known as synegamy, and synegamy is also known as fertilization. And fertilization, I have told you, fusion of male and female gamete in embryo sac is known as fertilization. So now, if one gamete, this one gamete fused to the egg cells, it forms the zygote, and zygote is the 2n. And when this non-motile gametes fused to the polar nuclei, as you know that this non-motile gamete, if you talk about the non-motile gamete ploidy, that is the N, and this polar nuclei 2n. If you discuss about the ploidy of this non-motile gamete is the N, and ploidy of this polar nucleus 2n. When L and 2n fuse to each other, then it forms 3n. And this 3n is known as endosperms. This 3n is known as endosperms. It means it forms the endosperm. But in same cases, one nuclei, one male gamete fused to the egg cells, and another fused to the polar nuclei. It means one time two fusion take place, means twice fusion take place. That's why it is known as double fertilization. Again, I am repeating. It means, otherwise you can mention here one point. First, this is the ovary. Inside the ovary, that is the ovule. Listen here, ovule, and inside the ovule, that is the embryo sac. As you know that embryo sac is the site of double fertilization. If this is the ovary, and inside the ovary that is the ovules, and inside the ovule that is the embryo sac, and embryo sac is the site of double fertilization. One more thing, in case of the female, if you talk in human reproduction, fallopian tube or oviduct is the site of fertilization. In case of females or human being, we will discuss about the reproductive system. Fallopian tube or oviduct is the site of fertilization. But in case of the angiospermic plant, this embryo site is the site of double fertilization. It means in this case, one male gamete fused to the avicens and other male gamete fused to the polar nuclei. It means twice fusion take place. That's why it is known as double fertilization. It is known as double fertilization, and one non-motile gamete fused to these two polar nuclei, and these two polar nuclei means three nucleus involved. That's why it is known as triple fusion. Again, I am repeating this point. In this case, one male gametes, this one male gametes fused to the egg cells, and this non-motile gamete fused to the this polar nuclei. It means one time double fusions, twice fusion take place. That's why it is known as double fertilization. And in this fusion, in this case, triple nucleus involved. That's why it is known as triple fusion. It is known as triple fusions. Then, if you want to take the first male gamete, plus egg cells now. First male gamete plus egg cells fused to each other. This is known as synegamy. And after fusion it forms diploid state, that is known as zygote. And when zygotes further develop, it forms embryo. First, let's see in the zygote. After this second point, second male gamete plus secondary nucleus. After this, I will do secondary nucleus. Second male gametes plus secondary nucleus fused to each other. It forms pen. And this is the triple fusion. Triple fusion means 2n plus n. 2n plus n. Pen means, you can write in bracket, pen means primary endosperm nucleus. Primary endosperm nucleus. See, first male gametes fused to the egg cells, then it formed the synegamy. That means it formed the zygote, and this process is known as synegamy. When I am repeating, this first male gamete fused to the egg cells, and it formed this diploid state. This diploid state is known as zygote, and this process is known as synegamy. Then after second male gametes, this second male gametes fused to the secondary nucleus, and secondary nucleus means it contains ploidy 2n, and this is the n. 2n plus n, then it forms the triple fusions, means three nucleus involved in this fusion. That's why it is known as triple fusion. I have mentioned here 2n plus n. That means it forms the pen. Pen means primary endosperm nucleus. After this change, it will convert into the endosperm, and this zygotes form embryo. First we take the screenshot. After this, I will discuss next point. Embryo sac. I hope it is done. And this endosperm, this is the nutritive, this is the nutritive tissue. This is the nutritive tissue. This endosperms provide nutrient to the embryo. That's why it is known as nutritive tissue. When development of the embryo takes place, then this endosperms provide nutrition to the embryo. What happened? You see, in this structure, this is the antipodal cells, disintegrating, antipodal cell disintegrating, and this synergies also disintegrating. Synergies also disintegrating, and this is known as pen. And after this, one more with male gamete and egg cell. This is known as zygote. And this cells is known as PEC. See, this antipodal cells disintegrating and the synergies also disintegrating. After that, this fusion of this first male gamete with egg nucleus, it forms pen. Already I told you, pen means primary endosperm nucleus. And this PEC, I have mentioned here, PEC, one more point. PEC, P means primary endosperm cell. After fertilization, I have made and written here, this is the central cells. After fertilization, this central cell converted into PEC, that means primary endosperm cells. Primary endosperm cells. You see, this is the primary endosperm cells, and this is the pen, and these synergies and antipodal cells degenerates, and this one zygotes, and this is the. It is clear? Then I would like to ask one question: how many nucleus involved in double fertilization? How many nucleus involved in double fertilization? This is the very important questions. If you have seen clearly all the diagrams, then you can reply the answer also. How many nucleus involved in double fertilization? If you can note down here, note down 5 nucleus involved in double fertilization. How? You see these structures. Here I am making. This is the 2 polar nuclei, 1 egg cells, and I have made here. This is the pollen tube. In pollen tube, 2 non-motile gametes, male gametes, and this is the 1 non-motile gamete fused to the egg cells, and this second non-motile gamete fused to the polar nuclei. It means, first you talking about the nucleus. If 1 nucleus and this one 2 nucleus, 3 and 2, 5. That means 5 nucleus involved in double fertilization. This is the very important point. 5 nucleus involved in double fertilization. And how many cells involved? How many cells? You count it and tell me. I'm waiting. You count it and tell me how many cells involved. Done. Okay. Listen. Cells already I have discussed. How many cells? I have read here 7 cells, 8 nucleated. But how many nucleus participant? 3 nucleus. One more questions. How many gametes involved in double fertilization? How many gametes involved in double fertilization? You see the structure, I have made the structure. If you see the structure, with the help of structure, you can explain it. How many gametes involved in double fertilization? 3 gametes involved in double fertilization. How? You see, 3 gametes involved in double fertilization. These are the very important questions. Ritik Singh 3. Okay, very good, Ritik. But how? Okay, it is visual. This is the egg cells, and these are the polar nuclei. We are discussing about the gamete, and this one is the pollen tube, and these are the gonadal cells. I hope it is clear. Here also antipodal cells, but after fertilization, these antipodal cells and this cell is degenerated. We are discussing about the gametes. How many gametes involved in double fertilization? These are the 2 non-motile male motile. These are the 2 non-motile male gametes, and this is the 1 female gametes. That means egg. This is the 2 and 1 in embryocide. 1. That means total number of gametes involved in double fertilization 3. This is the very important. Total number of gametes involved in double fertilization is 3. Then first questions, keep in your mind. First questions, how many nucleus involved in the double fertilization? That is the 5. And how many gametes involved in double fertilization? 3. Then this is the overall explanation about double fertilization. And I have written here, this double fertilization was demonstrated by Namaste in 1898 in Filaria and William. This is the overall explanation about double fertilization.